Hi dancers, here is your makeup tutorial for this year's competition season. If you're an older dancer, you might have more steps than if you're a younger dancer or you're only in one routine. Lexi's in many routines, so she is going to do a bit more to make sure that her makeup is not melting off of her face over this weekend. So she has some primer that she's going to put on her face. And while she does that, I'm going to talk about eyeshadow. So Lexi has a palette with 9 colors on it, like some of the older dancers might have. You can also get a Maybelline palette with 4 colors or 3 colors. What you want is a lighter color. So we're gonna use, probably on her skin, this color. And then we need a darker color for the lid. So I'd probably use this color. And then we need a super dark color for the crease. And we're going to use that color. So we're doing like a faux smoky eye on our dancers, okay? So did you put primer on your eyes as well?
Oh, no.
Just put a little bit on your lids, okay? So again, depending on their skin tone, you want a light color, but you don't want it to be white. Like this is too light for Lexi. So do this one on the top above the brow bone. So under the eyebrow, all of that stuff. And you can use any kind of fluffy brush. So we're gonna do this here. And then you need a bit of a darker color for below her crease. So on the actual lid, and we're gonna use this color. And then I'm going to use a little bit tighter of a brush for this darkest color, and we're gonna do the smoky eye effect. So you want it right on the crease of your dancer. You don't wanna go all the way in towards the nose. Start, about 1/4 of the way into the eye, I would say. And remember, this is for stage, so it might look a little bit intense close up, but remember that we are on stage. And I'm just blending it in a little bit because I'm going quick. And you can always go back in and lighten it up a little bit. And Lexi would do this so much better than me because it's her own face, so you'll do a great job. Okay, if you fill in your eyebrows, if you have lighter eyebrows or thinner eyebrows and you want to fill them in, you can do that now. Lexi has nice dark eyebrows, so she doesn't have to do that. The next step that we normally do is eyeliner, and we will show you in a bit because we were waiting on eyeliner. So while we are waiting on eyeliner, I will show you how to make sure your lashes are the right size for your dancer. So I love Ardell, that's my favorite brand as well. Lexi has a pair of Ardell that are well used. These are reusable as long as you take the glue off, yes. So the thing about Ardell and every lash is that they are for adult eyes, and our dancers have smaller eyes. So we want to measure the lash to the lid to make sure that there's nothing hanging off on the end. So Lexi's gonna close her eye, and I'm gonna look and see where her lashes naturally start. And I'm just gonna pop that lash right on top to see. And then I'm gonna put it onto the end and see. Now Lexi, this is actually a good length for her. I wonder if I can get you a little bit closer. Can you put your down a little bit? Yeah, that's a beautiful length for Lexi. If you notice that your dancer has a little bit of overhang where the end of the lash is coming off of their actual lid, just take a pair of cuticle scissors and snip the longer end. So usually there's a side that is, it's hard to see. There's a side that's a little shorter. That's for the inside of the eye. And then there's a part that's a little longer. You want to trim from the long side. Okay. And then when you're ready to glue, you'll just glue put a very thin bead of glue along the inside, focusing on the corners, making sure there's more on the corners, and then you can blow on it for about 30 seconds to a minute. And then I love to do this trick, rolling the lash into the shape of the eye so that it just sits a little bit more naturally on the eye. Then we'll put it on her. She'll already have eyeliner on, about 1/8 of an inch. We'll put it on here with glue. We'll make sure that is right on the lash line. So you don't want any space between her natural lash line and the false eyelashes. Sometimes on your first try, you might have a little bit of a space. And we'll let it sit for a bit. There's no actual glue on this because she's going to dance in about 20 minutes. Lexi, open your eye and see if it stays. Yeah. Okay, so we already talked about lashes, but in real life, you're putting your eyeliner on before your lashes. And if you're wondering, am I supposed to put foundation on? No, do all of the eyes first and then the foundation, because as Lexi put it so perfectly, if you mess up an eye or some eyeliner, you're not taking your entire face off, you're only focused on your eye. So primer first, eyes second, then everything else on the face. So this is a gel liner, which will show up great. You want to start where the natural lashes start, and not too thick, maybe like 1/8 of an inch to quarter of an inch, depending on how large your dancer's eyes are. And do you usually do a little wing, Lexi?
Yeah.
So a little wing is fine with me. It can also be flat. And an eyeliner like this works well because it's a nice gel. I love a paint pot with an angled brush. You can also do a liquid eyeliner where you take this off and this side is like a very thin paintbrush. All of those options are great. Practice beforehand because sometimes if you're a little shaky, it looks really shaky, yes? So after this, you would put eyelashes on and then we would focus on the face. So Lexi has 2 different colors to make. Is this the one? Or
Yes.
this the one?
This one.
Okay. And as your dancer's face tans, as the weather gets warmer, just make sure that their foundation is matching so that from the chin down to the neck are not 2 different colors. Nice. And this is where, as a dancer, if you normally use bronzer or any kind of tan powder, you can put that on now. If you usually contour your face, you're welcome to do that now. Lexi, I usually take my hands and just make sure that there's no weird lines. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you're using a brush. So you can always just do that, making sure that there's no lines. And again, if this is the time that if you're going to use a brown powder or a tan powder or some highlight, that's where you do this. And then we do the blush. So for blush, we want to go from the temple down to the natural apple of the cheek. From here, you're not going to believe me, I do setting spray now. I do it before I put mascara on my fake eyelashes. So close your eyes for the reason that I don't want the black to run onto my eyelashes. So at this point, you have your eyelashes on, and the last thing you are going to do is take a mascara and blend your false eyelashes and your real eyelashes together. So you can put some of this on just so that you don't have a full face of makeup and no mascara. But you want to blend your lashes so that the false and the real lashes become one. Yes? And Lexi's doing bottom lashes. That is up to you. You don't have to do bottom lashes, but you're welcome to. And then at this point, as a dancer or as a parent, I usually would go and look and make sure that there's nothing else I want to fix in the eye. If I want to add more highlight in here or under here, you're welcome to do any of that, okay? Last are lips. And lips happen a lot over the course of the day because you're drinking water, you're sweating, you're wiping your mouth. So that can go at the very, very, very end. The entire company this year is using Maybelline's Exhilarator number 340. I don't even know if you can see that, but it's a nice, it's the younger color from last year. And it's a nice, oh gosh, good luck. It's very wet. I actually use it in a different color for myself. Nice. And you can use any similar lip liner and just color in the lines. And then if you feel like you're going to get some lipstick on your teeth, you can always put your finger in your mouth and go like that and see if you got any on your finger. Did you? See, that would have been on Lexi's teeth at the first comp dance, okay? And as the day goes on, you can continue to set spray. You can continue to put lips on. If you need more blush, you can add more blush, some more pressed powder. But that is what you should look like. Good job, Lexi.